Let's start with your reading, Aquarius. Today, we're going to do something a little different. Today, we're going to look into your recent past, present, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about the messages. Now, if you like this format better, please do me a favor and like the video so that I'll know to do more of this for you in the future. Now, let's start with your reading. Okay. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the Seven of Swords. There's currently something hidden from you, Aquarius. Something that is actually hidden in plain sight, but that you are failing to see for some reason. Now, someone might be trying to hide it from you, or potentially you are refusing to look at it because either you don't want to acknowledge it right now, or because you might be underestimating it, thinking that it's not that important, it's not that impactful on the situation. We'll have to see what this is, but overall, I have to say this feels like something actually positive for you. Something that once you acknowledge it, it will actually transform the situation in your favor. We'll see. We'll see what this is. In your past position, we have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. I mean, you really are coming from a time of overgiving. With this combination here, we see that when it came to a specific situation or a person in particular, you really gave your all. You didn't hold anything back. And eventually someone might have taken advantage of that. It does feel like you were fully invested in this. And at the time, you were not thinking about it. You were not keeping score and strategy. You were just doing what felt right. And potentially by the time you realized what was really going on, it was too late. Too late to adjust a dynamic that was already very much embedded into this connection. We'll see what was going on here and especially what was going on with the other person as soon as we clarify. In the present position, this is the energy that I want to see. We have the Empress, number 3, and also the Three of Pentacles. At this point, what you're trying to do is just to rebuild yourself. You realize how much you actually give when you love someone, when you care about someone, and you want to make sure that you don't end up in the same type of situation ever again. There is something overall that you're trying also to overcome here, Aquarius. A feeling of being a little unappreciated, not just by that person, but in general, by the people around you, by the situations that you're in. You feel the need for a fundamental change, and you're actually preparing for something that will bring a beautiful transformation, good news, and overall happiness right here. In the near future, the Magician and the Sun. You know, the first thing that comes to mind when I look at this combination is beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negativity. I feel that your life is about to be turned upside down here, to change. As long as you let go of toxic people, toxic situations, and as long as you let go also of a limiting belief, something that connects to the main energy, which now might be preventing you to get here. Overall, there is a brand new chapter just around the corner. Just around the corner, a time filled with rewards, recognition, happiness, love, balance. There is some sort of surprise, good news. And although you might not know about it, it's up to you to walk towards it, to focus on the right thing, because otherwise this is not going to manifest. We will see what this is. Let's start clarifying But let's start with the past, with the Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Let's see what was going on back then. Okay, I see what was going on. Four of Swords, the Magician, the Knight of Cups right here. Listen, and Nine of Wands again. Look at that. I definitely see here that in a way you often had to compete for this person's attention, for their affection overall. And right here, we see how much love you were giving to them and how little was coming back toward you. And what you don't know is that this wasn't random. This person wasn't doing this just because they didn't care. Instead, they were doing this because they cared a lot. The Magician, right here, someone was trying to manipulate your perception of this connection so that you wouldn't walk away, so that you wouldn't leave them. This is someone overall who's very insecure, Aquarius. And they bring people down to their level so that those people will not realize that maybe they can do better. So right here, we see that this person was doing this to control the situation a little bit. And you want to control the situation when you don't trust it, when you feel insecure. But keep this in mind, Aquarius. A person who truly values you would never put themselves in a position of losing you. Never. And so right here, eventually, I do believe that you ask yourself a question, a very simple question. Is this where I'm happy? Is this all I can afford? I don't think so. I can do much better. And that's why eventually you started to let go of that. And right now, you want to rebuild things. So let's see the present position and let's see what's going on right now. Nine of Swords, King of Wands, and Five of Cups. You know, and the Lovers, by the way, right here, the Star. I see that at this point, you want for things to change, but at the same time, you don't know where to start because you're focusing on the wrong thing, Aquarius. And this is why. Right here, you might be thinking that every single time you fall in love, you always end up in the same situation. Therefore, the thing that makes sense to do right now is to just push away love, push away everyone, because you know what? Eventually, it's always going to end up here, and you don't want that anymore. But the secret here is actually in just building boundaries for yourself, expectations for yourself, and also become a little selfish, Aquarius. You have to be selfish right here. Never apologize for having high standards, because people who really want to be in your life will rise to meet those standards. And don't be afraid that they won't, because if instead they will walk away, then you're much better off without them. Right here, you need to understand that you can still be open to love, but at the same time, go in with your expectations, with your boundaries. And if someone is going to not be happy with them and just going to walk away, then their loss. Don't try hard anymore. Let people try to come towards you. And the ones who will not, their loss. There's actually something very important here that you have to realize, not just when it comes to love, but in general. When it comes to anything that should be a equal give and take. When you are afraid to ask for too much, eventually you always end up in this situation right here. And I think that you deserve much more than that. Much more is coming as well. We see it right here in the near future. So let's clarify the Magician and the Sun. Justice, finally. Five of Wands is Seven of Wands. Okay. and Two of Swords. I knew it. I knew it because of that Magician right there. Listen, right here, I see that first of all, you're going to reach that balance. You're going to feel like you again, feeling in control, feeling in charge of your life, of your environment. And when you get to that point and you pretty much are very much enjoying your singlehood, it's hard to come back from that. And right here, I see now that actually something beautiful is coming towards you, something that will bring endorphins, happiness. It will make you feel good. And because of that, you might push it away. You might reject it a little bit because right now you have reached your own balance. You understand that you don't need someone. All you need is yourself. And let me tell you, this is actually the best time to fall in love, to open up to someone when you don't need them. You might want them though. As long as your happiness and stability doesn't depend on it, you'll be fine. And so right here, what I see is someone coming up, revealing something to you, saying something to you which you were not expecting, and that will really put you in a position where you have to make a decision right here. And you'll feel as though your decision will be in between loving you and loving someone else. Whereas instead, the only decision that you have to make here is in between happiness and fake happiness. It's very important for you here to not forget who you are, to not stop looking into the things that for you were always important just because the situations haven't worked out up to this point. This feels like something really beautiful. You shouldn't push it away, but you should go in with your own requirements, expectations, and boundaries. Overall, I'm really liking this, and I know that it's going to make you happy. This is great news. It's really going to make you feel as though something pretty nice could come out of this. But at the same time, there is a lot of fear of losing your independency, stability, and fear of losing yourself into this connection. So let's see what this is going to be about. Let's keep going with the reading and let's see what exactly is coming towards you with this Magician and this Sun energy. Also, let's see if there are any hidden energies in this new chapter, something that you should know about right now before you do something or say something that eventually you end up regretting. Let's see what's coming up and how it's bound to evolve in the next few months ahead. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Aquarius, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. The readings are not 30 minutes anymore. It's just not enough time to answer all the questions. So we will go up to 45 minutes for now, and we'll see how that works out. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aquarius. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is definitely a beautiful card to have right here. This is the card that talks about long-term stability, a happy environment, a happy home, major growth overall, and just feeling good in someone's arms, you know, feeling happy, feeling the harmony, the balance. It does look like, at least so far, what's coming up for you will not take away this balance that you have finally created for yourself. Instead, from what we see so far on the surface, this looks very promising. It does look like an addition to your life, not something that you will regret engaging into. Look at this, the Hierophant right here. This feels like a long-lasting chapter of your life. But again, this is all we see on the surface. And I do believe that what you might be thinking right now is, you know what? At the beginning, they all feel the same. It always feels like this. The issue is with time. You start seeing people for who they really are, And usually I realize that the person behind the mask, the real person, is not someone who really matches with me, not the person I was looking for. Is this the case again? This is going to make you feel excited, but how is it going to transform in the long run? Let's look into it. First of all, let's clarify this incoming energy, and let's clarify this magician's card. Let's see who's coming towards you. Who is this person? Their feelings and their intentions as well. Oh my God. Oh my God. Aquarius. I mean, you got the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. I see why this is unexpected for you. And I see why you are reacting this way with the 7 of Swords. Listen, what we see here is actually more exciting, more powerful than I originally anticipated. The first thing that we see right here is a lot of messages coming towards